Hello, beautiful cosmic souls, and welcome to your weekly cosmic energy forecast for your soul's direction. And today you're with Brandy. If you're new here, welcome. If you're joining us weekly, welcome too. And I hope you enjoy the content. So hit like, share, or subscribe so to help us get our message out there. So, how are you doing? How is everybody doing? Let's talk about the energy this week. We have the moon actually today having her first quarter square in Pisces, and that energy, always the squares come with a bit of tension energy, and here it's kind of like a crisis in consciousness where um, there's like choices to be made, there's decisions to be made, and you might be feeling that impulse of moving something forward. We have the sun, we have Mercury and Venus still moving through Gemini. Sorry. No, through Sagittarius. So we are still in Sagittarius season. And we have Mars still retrograding through the sign of Gemini. So we have that happening this week. And we also have and we had Jupiter, like we discussed last week, move direct, still in the last degrees of Jupiter. I've been feeling a lot around sorry, oh my God, what's wrong with me today? Jupiter is moving to the last degrees of Pisces. So that's exactly it. There could be a lot of confusion in the air still, or not so much confusion, but maybe you are still feeling confused, but something's got to give. There's just an energy here that you're just tired. We're all tired of playing in the same old story, the same old narrative. We've grown so much in the last year, and the astrology has helped us with our soul's growth, giving us more direction, we're more aware. But what I'm sensing here is that it's like we're caught sometimes, right? Between worlds, or between the illusions and delusions that we still hold, or the narratives we still hold, and then the vision for the future that we have. So I feel that that's what the tension is with the first quarter square in Pisces right now, is just like you're asked to have faith right now. And I know you're going to say, well, Brandy, I've been having faith. That's all I've been kind of holding on to. Actually, I hear you. I hear you. But here's the thing, with Neptune going direct, I feel that is happening on Friday, December 3rd, I believe. So that will help ease a bit of the confusion too. And I feel that that's what we're moving from, is like confusion, stuck, stagnant time, to more clarity, illumination, and like we're going to touch in deeper into that faith, and having that faith in our vision, in our dreams. So I've also been feeling to and I love to interact with you guys, so just let me know in the comments below, like, what's coming intuitively for you, or how you are experiencing this energy. But I'm also feeling a lot has been coming to culmination, to the end, old stories, yeah. So it's just big sense of culmination, things coming to an end. Like I'm feeling, even from the last, like, 10, 12 years, like, and especially in the last year, there's just things that are done. And so you might be faced with these old narrative, these old beliefs coming up to the surface, to be like, to question you. Do you still hold this to be true for you? And it's going to be harder and harder to lie to ourselves, and to keep that truth away from ourselves, like maybe some of us we're used to doing, not so consciously, but just going about our day-to-day lives and getting our things up and running in the way we were used to. That has all shifted. We are in one of the biggest shifts in human consciousness that I think we're experiencing at this time. And so personally, so much has transpired for you. and your whole world could feel like it's forever shifting. And even if you're not seeing the physical shifts right now, know that they're happening within you always first, as above so below, as within so without. So those changes are happening within, and I feel that yeah, those stories, there's like these narratives, these beliefs, these perspectives shifts that are happening. So yeah, like I know I've experienced it a lot over the last week, where there's just a lot of ways I even the ways I communicate things, and I'm like, I don't really even think that way. Why am I communicating that way? So there's a lot of automatic stuff that is coming to the forefront, and that could be the tension too we're feeling this week with the first quarter square, is that there's just things we can no longer deny, that we can no longer pretend. It's like we got to the veil is thinner, especially with all these Piscean energies. The veil is just thinner, and what are we seeing across the veil is more of ourselves, more of our true selves, more of our true vision, more of what our dream is really about, and more of the motives around it. And this week I feel we're being helped with that overall perspective shift, to then through next week, through the full moon, we're going to be having, yeah, I'm feeling it as a choice point, a really choice point. And I feel with all this mutable energy that we're in, the Sagittarian Pisces energy is mutable. We're having this, we're being asked to stay open and flexible because of all the changes. And I feel with that Mars retrograding still is in Gemini. Gemini is about choices. It's about there's just lots going on, and maybe there's just like more than one direction for you, right? And we're really being asked to come in and feel what the right direction is now, based on your new truth, your new perspective, your new way of seeing things, and the new vision you've been holding for yourself, your life. And it has to do with the bigger picture of all of this, even this week, of what's happening is that the nodes are, that we still have the North Node moving through Taurus, and the South node moving through Scorpio. So, as things culminate, as things come to the end, we do have still of that work on, letting some stuff go. Maybe it's the letting go of an old direction that you thought it was the way, letting go of old expectations, coming to terms with, here is where I am right now, here is what's happening, here's what my life is. I feel that there's a lot of that this week. It's like it's slapping us back into the present moment. What can you do about it now? And then maybe there's a new opportunity, new directions opening up, and your soul really wants you to be true um, to the truth that it knows within. And the truth depends on every single person. And your job, is to tap into your own truth and follow that. But sometimes, even when we're tapped into the truth, we can feel like, that sense of, it's not really going my way. I'm going to give up. Everything I thought that I would be at right now is not working out. And I don't feel that it's time to necessarily give up on whatever it is you were working up. It's not about giving up. It's about maybe redirecting yourself in a new way that is going to bring in more light. And that's, I think, the final message of this week, is that you need to lighten up, and in order to lighten up, you need to connect with your light within, with the fire within, and allow yourself to be inspired, allow yourself to dream bigger, allow yourself to want more, and stay flexible and stay open to the opportunities. And the more that you release what is no longer serving you, or move away from those narratives that do not resonate with you anymore, but you kind of stuck automatically in, it then will make space. It's about creating space this week as well. I feel just create that space so that clarity can come in. And actually yesterday I had a little burst of, purging. Like I wanted to purge my physical space, like there's just things that you may no longer need. And it's not that it can't be beneficial to someone else. For example, when we're thinking about old clothing or stuff in your house that you can donate or give away or sell or whatever. But there's just something about that is not my path and my direction anymore. So I'm going, even though I'm not always 100% sure of where my direction is, your soul knows, your soul always knows the direction. And, really attuning to the energies is a great tool for you to stay on track on your own personal evolution. And that is what Jess and I help you with. So we will be having our full moon attunement at the full moon that is coming soon, but I believe that is December 8th, where we will have that ready for you. And then before that, we have a beautiful energy transmission, energy guidance coming through from Jessica in the membership, where you can find all the information you need to know below this video. If you'd like to come in and join us there, come in and find out more, come and see if this is something that is for you, a place where we hold space for our own personal evolution. There's so much going on there. There'll be birth chart workshops as well, more astrology workshops, and there'll be we always have a time where we meet every month we get on together on a call, and where you can ask your question and receive direction and guidance directly for you. So I think that's pretty much my message this week. Next week we'll have Mercury enter Capricorn, which I feel that that's going to be a real good energy for you, especially like right now with what you want to bring to life, with whatever you're working on, whatever you have, your goal, whatever you have lined up. I think that Mercury in Capricorn will really help us be more methodical. And then that follows the full moon, where I'll talk more about that in next week cosmic forecast, but update. So we'll be discussing more about that next week, about that full moon. But there's definitely, there's a lot coming to a head for a lot of us right now, where it's like, okay, I got new choices to make to bring in that change. And it can still feel a little blurry and scary, because it's unknown. We're asked to step out of our comfort zones more and more and more. And we're going to be asked to do that in alignment with that North Node and Taurus that I forgot to mention a while ago. That North Node is kind of the growth we're heading towards. And it's important to continue to ask yourself, to move away from confusion to clarity, is what do you truly value right now? How much time do you have? How do you want to structure your days? How do you want to live your life in alignment with what is true for you? What do you value and your resource? And coming always back to you, knowing that you are the ultimate resource. So at the end of the day, that just, I find for me always confirms that I'm the one almost always in my own way when it comes to certain things. So anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. Let me know how you're feeling it. And I'm going to go ahead and do pull a few tarot cards and do a little extra guidance for our week for our members. So if you're not a member yet, click the link below this box and come join us. It's a great space, and we're growing. We're slowly growing, and it's just so wonderful to see like-minded souls come together and doing this work consciously, where they want to grow and evolve, and they want to be in alignment. Because to find your true direction is to align with your soul's, evolutionary intention. So what is it here? What's your purpose? And find meaning in that. And you don't have to do that alone. So we have that for you. All right. I'm going to wish you a great week, and we'll talk again next week. And let me know in the comments below how you're feeling it. And as a little reminder too, we have a group on Facebook that we share a lot in there, and then we go live for some cosmic conversations in there, and just share some resources that may help you along on your journey to be more in direction of your soul's calling. All right, guys. So with that said, I'm sending you lots of love and flow, and we'll talk to you soon.